This livestream featuring Jungkook, Taehyung, and JIN continues to be a hot topic because what we saw was so clear and hard to ignore. Jungkook and Taehyung were sharing a space that seemed to belong only to the two of them, even though another person was present. The way they looked at each other and how they stood side by side showed a very obvious intention to kiss, as their bodies leaned in the same direction and their lips moved as if they were speaking a language only they understood. If JIN hadn't been there, we almost certainly would have seen much more direct and clear confirmation of their relationship, because we all know that when they're alone on live streams, they behave differently, losing their fear of showing their feelings. It's a well-known fact that when Jungkook and Taehyung are alone in front of the cameras, they forget that the audience is watching. On this occasion, something similar was happening, because even though JIN was sitting with them, their attention was completely focused on each other. They were seen conversing very naturally, oblivious to their surroundings, as if the cameras weren't rolling. This demonstrates their strong connection and shows they don't need to put on an act for anyone, as their focus was on what they were saying and doing with each other. It's worth considering why the staff decided to include JIN in that livestream at that particular moment. Those who work with them know very well how Jungkook and Taehyung behave when they're alone, and they know they always display that couple-like, romantic side that characterizes them. For that reason, it's very likely the company decided JIN should be present to prevent the situation from getting out of hand and revealing things they don't want the public to see yet. The staff likes to maintain distance or control when Taekook becomes too obvious, and this livestream is proof of that. Although JIN tried to be there for them, it felt different, as if his presence wasn't enough to stop the chemistry between the two, making the moment feel just as intense. Looking at past situations, like in other live streams or when they're on stage, Taehyung has always shown a particular shyness when interacting with Jungkook. They tease each other, push each other, or joke around, but in the end, they always end up very close to one another, their eyes locked. This live stream was exactly the same. It seemed like nothing else mattered to Taekook but being together in that moment. They were focused solely on their connection and displayed the sweet love that exists between them, regardless of whether another member of the group was present. These actions prove that their relationship is strong and that no matter who is around, they always seek eye and physical contact, reaffirming what many already suspected. These moments serve to demonstrate how their relationship has withstood all the rumors and arguments within the fandom. There are many people who say this is fake, that it's just for show, and that it's not real. However, moments as clear as this livestream make a mockery of all those people who always say the same thing to avoid accepting the truth. It's pointless to say it's all acting when you see their flushed cheeks, nervous glances, and the ease with which they interact. The connection between them is undeniable, and the proof is in every broadcast where they appear together, demonstrating once again that what they have is genuine and that they don't need to force anything to make it seem real. The live stream they recorded with Namjoon in the United States is one of the clearest pieces of evidence regarding the state of Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship. During that broadcast, they both appeared extremely happy and relaxed, which is very different from other times. Taehyung specifically said that they felt very happy in that country, and that statement coincides with what everyone could see on screen. It didn't seem like a work-related moment, but rather a space where they felt completely at ease. The joy evident on their faces and in their behavior demonstrates that they were enjoying their time together without any external pressure. In this video, the constant physical contact between the two is clearly visible. Taehyung couldn't keep his hands away from Jungkook at any point. He was always looking for ways to touch him, whether by hugging him or getting very close to his body. This behavior demonstrates a need for closeness that goes beyond the typical bond between bandmates. Actions speak louder than words, and Taehyung's insistence on maintaining physical contact is a clear sign of the attraction and affection he feels for Jungkook in that place. Jungkook, for his part, accepted all that contact naturally. He didn't pull away or show any discomfort, on the contrary, he let himself be loved. Many times Taehyung was seen hugging Jungkook, and he remained there, enjoying the moment. This confirms the connection between them, because a person doesn't allow that level of invasion of their personal space unless they feel completely comfortable and safe with the person doing it. The way they stayed side by side showed that there was a very strong complicity and mutual understanding. Another important point is that it seemed as if we were interrupting a private moment. They were so focused on each other that they often forgot there was a camera on and that thousands of people were watching them. This behavior of getting lost in their own world is proof that the relationship is real. When two people share such a deep connection, everything else fades into the background. They weren't performing for the audience, they were simply reacting to what they felt for each other in that moment. Jungkook's behavior is also key to understanding what was happening. He made a great effort to avoid looking Taehyung directly in the eyes the entire time. We all know that when someone cares deeply for another person, their gaze is the first thing that betrays it. Jungkook was trying to control his impulses, probably thinking about what the production staff might say. Despite this, his eyes didn't lie, and it was clear he desperately wanted to look at him with love. This internal struggle to hold back demonstrates that what he feels is very strong and real. Finally, there's speculation about what happened after the camera stopped rolling. The tension and atmosphere during the live stream suggest that it didn't end there. The energy between them was palpable, and it was obvious they wanted to be together. It's logical to assume that after the live stream ended, their interaction continued privately. This live video has become a favorite because we don't need to invent anything, the evidence is right there in front of us. The way they look at and touch each other confirms that their relationship is strong and genuine. Jungkook is a young man who has demonstrated over the years that he doesn't need many words to make his thoughts and feelings clear. His reserved personality and demeanor have made his actions the primary channel through which he communicates with the world. For many who have closely followed his career and his dynamic with Taehyung, it's quite easy to interpret these silences and meaningful gestures. He doesn't need to explain every detail because his body language speaks for itself, revealing who he's paying attention to, who he deeply respects, and with whom he has built a special connection. It's a very authentic way of being, where the consistency between what he feels and what he does is complete, allowing others to understand the depth of his bonds without the need for explicit statements. During the live stream they did in the United States with Namjoon, Jungkook exhibited a very particular behavior that caught everyone's attention. It was clear he was trying hard to avoid making direct eye contact with Taehyung, as if he were careful not to expose too much of what was happening between them on camera. It's a well-known fact that eye contact is often the first indication of deep feelings when someone is in love or very attracted to another person. Jungkook, aware of this and probably thinking about the rules usually imposed by the production team, tried to control his natural impulse to look at Taehyung's face. However, despite this attempt at self-discipline, his eyes always betrayed him, clearly revealing his intense desire to look at him with the affection he felt for him. Jungkook has a very particular and transparent way of expressing his emotions, especially when Taehyung is around. Every time they share the same space, you can see how his eyes light up and change expression, acquiring a special glow that can hardly be imitated or faked. He doesn't seem to have any real interest in hiding this affection, even though circumstances sometimes force him to be more discreet. It's a constant, unwavering focus, almost protective, as if he were watching over him no matter what's happening around him. This attitude demonstrates a clear priority. Taehyung is the center of his attention in any event, show, or broadcast, and his focus instinctively returns to him time and time again. Even when the environment is noisy, chaotic, or there are many people talking or moving around, Jungkook's gaze always finds its way back to Taehyung. He follows him with infinite patience and a deeply touching calm, observing his every move and reaction as if Taehyung were his anchor in the world. It's as if, amidst the chaos that sometimes comes with being in the spotlight, finding Taehyung brings him peace and security. This behavior of searching for him with his eyes to confirm that he's okay, or simply to enjoy his presence, is the most eloquent detail about the depth of their bond. For Jungkook, Taehyung represents that safe place, that refuge where he can be himself without masks, and his eyes are the silent witnesses that confirm the truth every time they have the opportunity to be together.